My beloved child, before you scroll, stay with me for a moment. There are days that pass like every other day, and then there are days that invite you to pause, reflect, and listen more closely to your heart. Today is one of those days. This message is not about fear, it is about awareness. If you have been asking for a sign, if you have been praying for clarity, or if you have felt that something inside you has been trying to get your attention, then this moment may be for you. Take a slow breath and allow yourself to be fully present. Imagine Archangel Michael standing beside you, reminding you that courage is often quiet. It does not always arrive with dramatic events. Sometimes it appears as a gentle nudge to make a better decision, to let go of an old burden, to forgive, or to trust that your next step matters more than you realize. Perhaps you have been carrying worries that no one else knows about. Perhaps you have questioned whether your efforts have been noticed or whether your prayers have been heard. This message offers a simple reminder: your life has value, your choices matter, and every new day gives you another opportunity to move toward peace, wisdom, and hope. As you continue watching, reflect on one question: what is one thing I already know I should do, but have been putting off? Sometimes the answer to that question becomes the beginning of real change. Stay until the end, because together we'll explore practical ways to find strength, remain hopeful during uncertainty, and recognize the small moments that often become life's biggest turning points. One of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that extraordinary moments always arrive with loud announcements. In reality, the most meaningful changes often begin in complete silence. They begin with a single decision that no one else sees. They begin with a conversation you almost didn't have, a habit you finally chose to leave behind, or a quiet prayer whispered when you thought no one was listening. Imagine standing at the edge of a long road before sunrise. The destination is hidden by the morning mist, yet you keep walking because you trust that every step has purpose. That is how faith often works. You are not asked to see the entire journey. You are only asked to take the next faithful step. If your heart has been heavy recently, remember that carrying a burden for too long can make it feel like part of who you are. But burdens are not your identity. Fear is not your identity. Discouragement is not your identity. They are temporary visitors, and visitors are not meant to stay forever. Think about the challenges you have already survived. There were seasons when you believed you wouldn't make it through, yet here you are. Stronger. Wiser. More compassionate than before. Every obstacle taught you something that comfort never could. Sometimes what looks like a delay is actually preparation. A closed door can protect you from rushing into something that isn't right. An unanswered question can motivate you to grow. Even moments of uncertainty can become opportunities to develop patience, wisdom, and resilience. So don't measure your progress only by visible results. Measure it by the person you are becoming. Every kind word you choose to speak, every honest decision you make, every moment you refuse to give up is shaping your future in ways you cannot fully see today. Stay with this message, because the next part will explore how recognizing small daily signs of hope and encouragement can help you make wiser choices and face tomorrow with greater confidence. There is another truth that many people overlook. The greatest turning points in life rarely begin when everything feels perfect. They begin when you decide that your future deserves more than your fear. That decision changes everything. Think about how a seed grows. For a long time, nothing appears to happen above the ground. Yet beneath the surface, roots are forming, becoming stronger every single day. In the same way, there may be seasons when you feel invisible, when your progress seems too small to matter, or when you wonder whether your efforts are leading anywhere at all. But unseen growth is still growth. Archangel Michael's message today is not about predicting your future, it is about preparing your heart for it. Every challenge becomes easier to face when your mind is calm, your choices are thoughtful, and your faith is stronger than your doubts. Ask yourself this: what would change if you stopped assuming the worst and started expecting opportunities to appear? How would you speak? How would you treat the people around you? What dream would you finally begin? Sometimes the biggest transformation starts with changing the story you keep telling yourself. There will always be voices that tell you to quit, to settle, or to believe that your best days are already behind you. You do not have to accept those voices. Every sunrise is proof that new beginnings are possible. Every lesson you've learned has prepared you for decisions that yesterday's version of you was not ready to make. This is also a reminder to protect your peace. Not every argument deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves your energy. The strongest people are not those who fight every battle, they are the ones who know which battles are worth fighting and which ones are better left behind. As you continue listening, take a quiet moment to think about one area of your life where you have been waiting instead of acting. Perhaps today is the day to make that phone call, begin that project, repair that relationship, or simply take the first small step you've been delaying. Small actions repeated consistently often lead to the biggest breakthroughs. Don't leave yet, because in the next part we'll explore how gratitude, courage, and steady faith can help you recognize opportunities that many people miss, and why your next chapter may begin with one simple choice you make today. Now, stay with me, because this is where the message becomes deeply personal. There are moments in life when we spend so much time looking ahead that we completely miss what is already being placed into our hands. We wait for one extraordinary sign while overlooking dozens of quiet opportunities that appear every single day. Wisdom often arrives disguised as something ordinary, a conversation, a new idea, an unexpected moment of peace, or the courage to make a choice you've delayed for far too long. Picture yourself standing before two paths. One path feels familiar because you've walked it many times before. It requires no change, no risk, and no growth. The other path is less certain. It asks for patience, faith, and courage. It doesn't promise that everything will be easy, but it offers something the first path never can, the possibility of becoming the person you were meant to be. Archangel Michael's message reminds us that courage is not the absence of uncertainty. Courage is choosing to move forward even when every answer has not yet been revealed. The strongest hearts are not the ones that never face difficult seasons. They are the ones that continue choosing hope even after disappointment, kindness even after hurt, and integrity even when no one else is watching. Think back to a challenge that once seemed impossible. At the time, you probably wondered why it was happening. Looking back now, you may realize it taught you patience, compassion, resilience, or wisdom that you could not have gained any other way. Sometimes life's greatest lessons only make sense after we've walked through them. So today, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" consider asking, "What can this season teach me?" That single shift in perspective has the power to transform frustration into growth and uncertainty into purpose. This is also the perfect moment to let go of something that has been weighing heavily on your heart. It may be regret over a past decision, anger that has remained far too long, or the habit of comparing your journey with someone else's. Your path is uniquely yours. The timing of your life does not have to match anyone else's to have meaning. And remember this, progress is rarely loud. It is found in the quiet choices that nobody applauds, the mornings you choose discipline over excuses, the moments you respond with patience instead of anger, the evenings you continue believing that tomorrow can be better than today. Those small decisions create a life of lasting strength. As this journey continues, don't lose your focus. The final part of this message will bring everything together with one powerful reminder: lasting peace isn't found by predicting the future, it is built by the choices you make in the present, one faithful step at a time. Stay with me, because the conclusion may become the encouragement you've been waiting to hear.